Furlough scheme ends with almost 1 million left in limbo. The UK's furlough scheme closes on Thursday, but some badly hit sectors are saying support should continue. The Chancellor said he was immensely proud of the near £70 billion scheme, but now was the right time to close it. The policy, officially known as the Coronavirus Job Retention Scheme, or CJRS, accounts for around one-fifth of the money the government has spent on the response to the pandemic. While it has been widely praised for protecting millions of jobs, firms in sectors where business has still not returned to normal say they need further support. Mark Andrew, the director of Animal Aircare, which helps pets travel overseas via Gatwick Airport, said some of his staff may be made redundant if business does not improve. The firm has not yet had to lay off staff, which Mr. Andrew said was purely down to furlough. Furlough ending means there's a real question mark for our business. Under the scheme, the government paid towards the wages of people who could not work, or whose employers could no longer afford to pay them, up to a monthly limit of £2,500. According to Citizens Advice, people could work elsewhere while furloughed, if their employment contract allowed. Many forecasters, including the Bank of England, are expecting a small rise in unemployment now the scheme has ended. The scheme has been praised by the Resolution Foundation, a think tank that focuses on people with low incomes, as a great success. Its senior economist Ann Tomlinson said furlough had been as critical to fighting the COVID crisis as nationalizing the banks was to fighting the global financial crisis and helped protect living standards. But the foundation's recent research suggested that a small rise in unemployment was a real risk for those still on the scheme as it ends, particularly older workers or those in the travel sector. International travel has been particularly badly hit by the pandemic, with an evolving array of restrictions and dented consumer confidence affecting business. For many of those who do return to work as the scheme ends, conditions will not be the same as pre-pandemic. Jess Pittman was furloughed from her job as marketing manager at a travel firm 2 weeks after the scheme was introduced. A trek across the Great Wall of China was one of its best-selling products, but travelers cancelled their plans when COVID hit. "I feel really torn about the end of furlough, and I'm really sad for the travel industry as a whole," Jess said. "I know a lot of people in the industry will be made redundant because of the end of furlough. The government needs to look at how it can support these businesses, particularly as the furlough scheme comes to an end, through a package of tailored financial support, including extending business rates relief and a specific grant scheme for travel companies," the spokesperson added. Employers and workers alike will have to cope with the end of the furlough scheme, as well as the scrapping of an incentive for hiring apprentices, rising energy bills and the planned cut to universal credit in October. However, the Treasury said generous support was being provided through its plan for jobs, which it said was part of an £400 billion spending package. Chancellor Rishi Sunak said he was immensely proud of the furlough scheme, and even more proud of UK workers and businesses whose resolve has seen us through an immensely difficult time.